make sure your shirt is tucked in too. Tuck your shirt in. So everybody's going to spread out, and basically we're already in that position. Okay? Now, what's going to happen is you will have a tail tucked in to the back of your shirt, hence the name tail. It can't be on the side, it's got to be in the back. Okay, so that's the setup for everybody. Now, the way the game works is everybody is going to begin running around the gym. It's basically a tag game. But while you're doing that, people are chasing you, which basically everybody is chasing you, trying to pull your tail. The other thing is, you're also trying to chase them. So everybody is a tagger, yet everybody is trying to get away from the taggers too. Okay, so it's you against everybody. Now, if for any reason your tail gets pulled, which I wouldn't suggest walking up to somebody like that, but you get the idea. If somebody chases you and pulls your tail down, okay, they're going to drop it on the floor. They're not going to keep it. So once I drop it, I'm literally holding it and I'm just throwing it down because that person, whoever I tag, they're going to go ahead and pick up their own tail. They're going to take it to the closest wall, wherever you're at. You're going to do just 3 jumping jacks. Okay, as usual. I'm not asking you to do a lot, so please do the 3 correctly. After you do your 3, stay right there, tuck your tail back in so nobody can get you, and then you can take off running again and you're right back in the game. And I'm not going to lie, within 10 seconds, your tail's probably going to get pulled again. Unless you're smart and you play it the right way. If you're just running around all over the place, you probably are going to get pulled a lot. Okay, it's just going to keep happening and happening. Now, rules of this game. Try to make sure you're pulling their tail, not their what? Okay, which means don't grab any other part of their body, you're only pulling the tail out, okay? Speaking of tails, make sure we can see them. This is why I have you tuck in your shirt, because if your shirt is untucked, it's kind of hard to see your tail if it's not coming out, okay? Do not hide the wall. If somebody's about to pull your tail, you can't just plaster up against the wall because that's cheating. Okay, if I see you doing that, I'm going to say, hey, you're at the wall, might as well do your jumping jacks. Okay, so make sure you stay off the wall. Also, Ari, if anybody is attacking you, you can't just drop to the floor and start doing that. Okay? Nobody can get your tail if you're doing that as well. So you got to stay on your feet. Okay? You already know this rule. Watch where you're going. I did have somebody get injured this morning because they were doing exactly what I said not to do. People are chasing you, but you nothing's going to change. You're still going to run around. You're still all against each other. Okay, but this time, if your tail is full, the puller is going to what?
Keep it.
I don't really like that picture because I don't want you to have that many tails in your hand. Okay, you actually should only have no more than about 1 to 2. Because what's going to happen is when they keep your tail, you're going to actually sit where you're at. You don't have to do jumping jacks anymore. That's the good news. Okay, you are going to sit there until anyone who has a tail in their hand runs by and drops it off to you. And once they drop it off to you, of course you can stand right back up where you are and tuck it back in. Okay? Now, the rules of this game though, with that being said, if you see a tail on the floor, you need to what? Okay, you need to make sure you pick it up. There should not be a tail on the floor. Okay, everybody does that, not just Rayarch. I need to make sure you're picking them up. And here's another thing. Now you're not against the wall. So if somebody's putting in their tail, please don't do what that person did. She literally just got started and somebody grabbed her. Now, I know that's kind of hard to see because everybody's kind of moving, but try to find people that are running. If they're standing still, there's a good chance they just got started. See somebody sitting down, help them out. Now, obviously, the yellow team is going to work together. They're not going to be pulling each other's tails. Okay, so we're going to try to work as a group. We're going to start the game huddled up as a team. So you can see you're kind of amongst friends. That way you can kind of work together. But here's the deal. If you just get in a huddle, and then I say go, and you all leave each other, what's the point of being in a team? So when you huddle up, this is the time for you to what? Make a plan. Do we want to work as a full group of 5? Do we want to maybe partner off and 2 of us work together because it's easy for 2 of us to watch each other's back while the other 3 stay together? Okay? Or do we want to all kind of stay back and defend our area? And that's fine too if you want to stay as a group and stay in one spot. But do realize if you're all together, kids are going to see y'all and they may all attack you at once. Now, this is not defending the castle. That's literally hiding at a wall and not letting the other team get to you. Like right here, green is going to be in this corner right here. This is defending the castle. Staying together because you know you're in a safe spot. Okay, but anything further than this, you're going to be out because it looks like you're cheating. So you got to be out here and it's playing a little bit. What the game should look like is what you've been doing. It really shouldn't look like a free-for-all. It should look like teams actually working together and strategizing to be able to be successful. That's who's going to win this game. Now the rules of this, it's a little different this time. Okay, obviously you're only pulling the tail of opposing teams. Well, coach, what if I'm a blue and I pull a blue? Too bad, so sad. You just got one of your people out. That was your fault. You shouldn't have done that. Okay, so know what team you are. Okay, if your tail is pulled this time, okay, the puller is actually going to give it back to you, and then you're going to sit down. Now, pullers, you don't have to actually stop and give it to them because your tail is going to get pulled. Just when you get it, kind of toss it back that way, and they're going to sit down. The good news is, if you're sitting down like this girl is doing, you're still in the game. You can actually reach out and grab people that are running by. Okay, so now you've got to be careful as you're moving because if I'm on green and somebody from the blue team reaches up and pulls my tail, I'm out too. And sometimes you're not looking at them because you're worried about the people that are standing up. So as you're coming through here, do realize these kids can get you if they're not on your team. Okay? Now once everybody is seated, I see a blue tail right there. That means both of these boys actually are on the blue team, they win the game. Because they're the last people standing. If we have 2 reds and 1 blue, it's going to be 2 against 1. That 1 blue person better be smart because those red people are coming right forward. Okay? So like I said, you got to really think about strategy with this one. Okay? And the only rule I have is what? You're still in the game, you just can't put your tail back on. That's cheating. Okay? Stay with your team. Oh, nice.
move, don't move. Yellow and blue, work together. Red, come on. All right, go up to red. Red team, do your happy dance.